Living paycheck to paycheck can be a stressful and challenging way to manage your finances. It can feel like you're constantly just one unexpected expense away from financial disaster. But the good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. By taking a few simple steps, you can break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck and start building a brighter financial future. In this video, we'll be discussing 7 steps to help you stop living paycheck to paycheck and achieve financial freedom. So let's dive in. Step 1. Track your spending. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you thought you had enough money to cover your expenses, only to realize you were short on cash? Living paycheck to paycheck can be a vicious cycle, and it can feel like you're never making progress towards your financial goal. The first step in breaking this cycle is to track your spending. Tracking your spending means recording every penny you spend for a month. This includes everything from your morning coffee to your rent payment. You can use a simple spreadsheet or an app like Mint to track your expenses. The key is to be thorough and honest with yourself. Why is tracking your spending so important? For starters, it gives you a clear picture of your spending habits. You may be surprised to see how much you're spending on things like eating out or entertainment. By understanding where your money is going, you can start to make changes. Step 2. Create a budget. Creating a budget means taking control of your finances and giving yourself a roadmap to financial freedom. By creating a budget, you'll know exactly how much money you have coming in each month and where it's going. You'll be able to see which expenses are essential and which ones can be cut back on. To get started, make a list of all your monthly expenses, including rent or mortgage, utilities, food, transportation, and any debt payment. Don't forget to include any subscriptions or memberships that you pay for each month. It's essential to have a complete list of all your expenses so you don't leave anything out. Once you have your list of expenses, it's time to compare it to your income. Look at your pay stubs or bank statements to see how much money you're bringing in each month. Then, subtract your expenses from your income to see how much money you have left over each month. This is called your discretionary income. Step 3. Cut back on expenses. Cutting back on expenses doesn't have to mean living a boring and frugal life. It's about being mindful of your spending and finding ways to save money without sacrificing your quality of life. One of the easiest ways to cut back on expenses is to eat out less. Eating out can be expensive, and those small purchases can add up quickly. Instead of dining out, try cooking at home more often. Not only is it cheaper, but it's also a great way to bond with your family or friends. Another way to save money is by canceling subscriptions or memberships that you don't use or need. Take a look at your bank statements and see if there are any recurring charges that you can eliminate. For example, do you really need that gym membership you never use or that streaming service you rarely watch? You can also find ways to save on utilities. Try turning off lights and electronics when you're not using them, and consider using energy-efficient light bulbs. Also, be mindful of your water usage, such as taking shorter showers and fixing any leaky faucets. Step 4. Increase your income. There are many ways to increase your income, and it all depends on your skills, interests, and availability. One of the most popular options is taking on a side hustle. This could be anything from driving for a ride-share service, freelancing, or selling or scenes online. The gig economy has opened up many opportunities for people to earn extra income in their spare time. Another option is asking for a raise at work. If you've been at your job for a while and have been performing well, it might be time to have a conversation with your boss about your salary. Prepare a list of your accomplishments and contributions to the company and present it in a professional manner. You may be surprised at how receptive your boss is to your request. If you're not happy with your current job and feel like you're not being paid what you're worth, it may be time to look for a higher paying job. Look for job postings that match your skills and experience, and be prepared to negotiate your salary during the hiring process. Increasing your income may not be easy, but it's necessary if you want to break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. It may require some sacrifices, such as giving up your free time to work on a side hustle or taking on additional responsibilities at work, but the payoff can be worth it. More income means more financial security and the ability to save for your future. Step 5. Build an emergency fund. As the saying goes, life is unpredictable, and emergencies can happen at any time. Whether it's an unexpected medical expense, a car repair, or a job loss, having an emergency fund can help you avoid going into debt and keep you financially stable. Experts recommend having at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved in an emergency fund. This might seem like a daunting task, but don't worry, you can start small and build your way up. The important thing is to get started. To build your emergency fund, start by setting a goal for how much you want to save. Look at your monthly expenses and calculate how much you would need to cover them for 3 to 6 months. Then, create a plan for how you'll save that amount. You might consider setting up a separate savings account specifically for your emergency fund. Next, look for ways to cut back on your expenses and redirect that money towards your emergency fund. This might mean reducing your entertainment budget or cutting back on dining out. You could also look for ways to earn extra income, such as selling items you no longer need or taking on a side hustle. Step 6. Pay off the debt. Debt can be a major roadblock on your path to financial freedom. High-interest debt, such as credit card debt, can quickly spiral out of control and keep you stuck in the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. That's why it's essential to make paying off your debt a priority. The most effective strategy for paying off debt is the debt snowball method. This method involves paying off your debts in order from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rates. You start by making minimum payments on all of your debts except for the smallest one. With the smallest debt, you put as much money as you can towards paying it off while continuing to make minimum payments on your other debts. Once the smallest debt is paid off, you move on to the next smallest debt and repeat the process. Step 7. Invest in your future. Investing in your future is an important step towards achieving financial freedom. While it may seem daunting to think about long-term financial planning when you're living paycheck to paycheck, the earlier you start, the better off you'll be in the long run. One popular way to invest in your future is to start a retirement account, such as an IRA or a 401k. These accounts allow you to save for retirement with pre-tax dollars, meaning you'll pay less in taxes now and have more money to grow over time. If your employer offers a matching contribution to your 401k, be sure to take advantage of that, as it's essentially free money towards your retirement savings. Many people also invest in the stock market. While investing always carries some level of risk, investing in a diversified portfolio of stocks can offer the potential for long-term growth. You can start by investing in low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds that track broad market indexes. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, building a side business can also be a way to invest in your future. Starting a side business can help you diversify your income and build skills that could lead to future career opportunities. Consider starting a business based on a hobby or skill you already have and focus on providing value to your customers. So it seems enough for this video. By following these steps, you can get out of the cycle of pay to check and start working for a better future. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe for more videos.